Hello everyone, welcome to the week 91 update for ICARUS. In this week's update we have a major quality of life fixes that'll fix a lot of the stuttering issues people have been having, along with a brand new power source. Also an early look at an amount that's coming next week. So let's dive in. As always, if you found this video helpful, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and it really does help the channel. So the new power source that's been introduced in the week 91 update is the wind turbine. Now this is in tier 4 and it's craftable on the fabricator. If you can't find this, the best way to locate it is just going down to the search box in the bottom right hand corner and typing in GEN, and it will highlight all the power sources or most of them with a gold hue behind them so you can easily identify them. So this is your wind turbine here. You are going to have to unlock your electricity tool first before you can get access to the likes of the wind turbine and the water wheel and the solar panel. So this is what we're looking at today, is the wind turbine. Now, if you saw the video I put out yesterday regarding the wind turbine, which had 3,500 power, devs have changed this at the last minute, and it now only provides 1,750 power. It's still good, it still has plenty of applications, but the devs have reduced the cost as well. So the new cost is 8 electronics, 20 steel screws, 25 aluminium ingots, 35 copper wire, 25 gold wire, and 5 carbon fiber. Again, that is craftable on the fabricator. Once you've crafted your new wind turbines, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go outside and place them. Now you have to be really careful how you place these, because when you place them, let's just say there, it has this circle around it. Now if anything is inside of this circle, it will prevent the wind turbine from starting. That includes roofs and other building objects. It has to be a perfectly flat roof with nothing encroaching in this big circle whatsoever. So for example, we have this wind turbine here, which is working perfectly fine. It just isn't hooked up to any of our wires yet. So let's go ahead and place a second one here, for example. You'll see this one slow down to a stop, and it is now gone red, and it now says it's inactive. Area surrounding blades is now blocked. As you can see, these two are overlapping each other, which cannot happen. You will have to move your second wind turbine out of the radius of this wind turbine. The minute you move the second wind turbine, which was encroaching on this one, this will power back up and just start working as normal. So this is about the optimal range between two wind turbines here. So you're going to have to plan this out accordingly. You can't have anything that will encroach on the wind turbines. That includes walls, even crop plots. These can cause them to not function. So they have to have a wide open area to operate. One thing to note about the new wind turbines is they are persistently pumping out 1,750 power. Weather, height, how you have them does not affect the wind turbine. It is consistently the same power output regardless of the weather or how high it is. Now to cover some other changes that's taken place this week, and then we'll get onto the major stuttering bug fixes. So one of the minor changes this week is the change to epoxy and trace sap. All it is they've changed the image of the two items. So now epoxy looks like this, and trace sap now looks like this. Apparently they just look too similar and it might have been confusing people or something like that. I like this change personally. The next change is, and it's a pretty big one as well, if you rely on your mass dampener modules, for example. So now if you stack up on your modules, you'll get a penalty. As you can see, I've got 2 mass dampener modules equipped here, so that would have been plus 10% movement speed. Now, as you can see, there's now a red down arrow on this mass dampener module. It says effects reduced by 50% due to duplicate modules. So you can no longer stack up on your modules for certain builds now. So you will have to redo your builds, guys, and check your modules. Make sure you're not got duplicates. But this does open the window to new builds being created and testing out new modules, which you may or may not have used in the past. So for the folks who purchased the 3 new Outpost DLCs last week as well, it'll be good to know that they are now fixed. Animals are spawning and all of that good stuff, so they're now fixed in this patch. You'll be happy to know that the bug where you've done unstuck and to put you out of bounds is now being fixed. That is something that greatly impacted us on our server, so I'm glad that's fixed. Now, on to the major improvements for this week. What I am going to do, I'm just going to read you the cliff notes because there's like a bunch of images here and stuff like that. To me, it just looks like voodoo. So, yeah, I'll read you the cliff notes and give you a gist of what's going on. But if you into graphs and weird voodoo images, which is clearly explaining it or something, if you've got an IQ over 200, I will leave the link down into the patch notes for you in the pinned comments. Okay, so the dev's going to say this week's update has a number of performance improvements that have been tested on our experimental build for the past few days. These are focused around reducing stutters and hitches caused by level streaming, which is when a map tile is loaded into the world as you move into the area. The key areas include improved load times for a number of the in-game objects such as voxels, changing nav mesh loading to a background thread, changing the garbage collector to only run whenever important map tiles are streamed in or out. Look, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what any of this is. It sounds cool. If it stops the stuttering, it's amazing. We have some more information on Hypatia, the next big patch. So like Galileo, which is meant to be every 3 months or so. So the dev's going to say, now that New Frontiers has been released, our core development focus is shifting to our next major update, Hypatia. We have a few more bugs that have been discovered in New Frontiers and other areas of the game that we will be working on. But the majority of the team's effort now has moved on towards up-and-coming milestones. Because of the massive hit operations have been in New Frontiers, for all those who are unclear what these are, this is the new system that allows you to do full missions to be triggerable on open world mode. That's what I've been doing on my streams. We have decided to focus our efforts fully on open world operations in Olympus and Styx. Olympus and Styx is going to get the same treatment as what the missions did for New Frontiers. Rather than wait for the Biolab feature to be completed, which is still in the early stages of development, I can't wait to see that. This means that Hypatia with operations added to Styx and Olympus can be brought to you sooner, and our timelines will adjust to incorporate the Biolab into a future update. If I can get any information regarding that for you guys, I will, so keep your eyes peeled for that. At the same time, expect our regular weekly updates with bug fixes, new content, and quality of life changes, as always. Also, the dev's going to tease a mount that's getting added to Olympus, Styx, and Prometheus next week in the Week 92 update. And that's it for the Week 91 update for ICARUS. We'll leave a link down in the pinned comments to the patch notes so you can go and check out how the devs have fixed the stuttering issue. So that'll explain everything better than I can. As always, if you found this video helpful, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It greatly does help the channel and it's absolutely free. And as always, I want to thank my YouTube members and monthly Ko-Fi members. If you want to support the channel, you can check out the 2 pinned links down in the pinned comments, or you can do a super thanks right on this YouTube video.